is coming. And good night, T.J. Watt gets to the quarterback.
Driscoll back. Looking now under pressure. Cam Hayward gets there along with T.J. Watt.
Okay, TJ, what does a win after a 17-point deficit do for you personally and then also just for this team heading into the playoffs?
It's just a big confidence booster overall. I think when our backs are against the wall, you're really tested as a team in all areas of the game, whether it's offense, defense, or special teams. And to be able to come away with a win, even though it's not the best, the most appealing looking win, we'll take it and hopefully use that momentum going forward into our final game here and then into the playoffs.
It has been a few weeks since Bud Dupree got hurt and hasn't been able to play. How often are you able to communicate with him? And does he kind of watch the game from maybe a different perspective that can help you in any way?
Yeah, I see Bud almost on a daily basis now. He's been absolutely crushing his rehab. Really proud of him for how well he's been attacking his rehab. And he's been able to provide some insights from watching the TV copies. He said it's so much different to be sitting at home and watching on TV. And I just keep telling him how much I miss him out there, but I'm also really proud of Alex Highsmith and how he's been able to step up for us in his role.
Was that Colts game Alex Highsmith's best game since Bud went down?
I think so. That's the great thing about Alex and being a rookie is you grow so much from game to game, and you have a guy like Alex who works so hard at practice and studying film and asking the right questions. You're going to continue to see that growth as he continues to, the game slows down for him, and I'm very excited to see how he progresses as he gets older.
What did you think of his spin move at the end of the game?
It was a great spin move. I got to ask him how I can do that. I'm not as nimble as he is, but he's got some great moves in his repertoire, and he'll be a great player for us moving forward.
You said that communication, something that just became second nature for you and Bud, is something you have to work on with Alex. Is that something that game reps help with, or is there another way you can do that to help improve?
Yeah, it's a lot tougher as the season kind of winds down because you don't get a lot of the practice reps that you normally do. And obviously in training camp, you're out there every single day going through battlefield reps and being able to talk through the communication things. But it's more and more just getting reps late in the season, doing it in a film room setting, trying to do it in an informal setting where me and him are just kind of communicating with each other. And then obviously as we continue to play more on Sundays, it also helps.
A few weeks ago after Bud got hurt, Coach Tomlin on his radio pregame show was asked about you in the locker room, and he said that you have an older demeanor even though you're a young guy. And one of the quotes he said was, people seek his approval, they like to make him laugh, they like to include him in on the reindeer games whether he wants to or not. He reminds me a lot of James Ferrier. Is that true?
I just like to come to work and try to be about my business, and a lot of times the guys try to make me lighten up, and I probably need it more often than not. I try to take this very seriously just because it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be where I am, to be able to play this game for a living, and sometimes I do have to stop and smell the roses and just kind of enjoy it and spend quality time with these guys, because everybody here is so awesome. They love football, but they truly love spending time with each other, and it only makes us a better unit on the field.
Steelers with a corner fire. Rivers being chased. He's hit. The ball came out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. It is Mike Hilton inside the 10 down to the 5, and he's got it at the 3-yard line. T.J. Watt with a strip. Mike Hilton with a scoop.
You are one sack away from tying James Harrison for the single-season sack record for the Steelers, 1.5 away from taking it over. Does that mean anything to you at all, or are you truly just letting it be outside noise?
I think it's a very neat opportunity for me. It's a record set by a great player who won Defensive Player of the Year in James Harrison, who I got to spend some time with here. A guy that is just a great member of a historic franchise here as a linebacker. But more importantly, I just want to win games. And the regular season is the regular season. We're fortunate enough to have a spot in the playoffs, and more than anything, I just want to win a Super Bowl.
In terms of Defensive Player of the Year, the Steelers do have a knack. When somebody wins that from Steelers, they usually end up in a Super Bowl. So does that entice you at all to talk about what that honor would be like, something obviously your brother knows a lot about?
I think my answer always to that question is that it's a team award, and I want to make sure that everybody understands that it truly is a team award. None of this is possible without the 11, the 15, the 16 other guys that we have this year, especially with guys having to step up in roles of guys going down due to injuries this year. So it's not just an individual award. It's not possible. This is the greatest team sport in the world, and that's why I'm so fortunate to be able to play it for a living and to be able to play for such a historic organization like the Steelers and be able to have teammates that I do, to be able to take guys off me, allow to have one-on-ones, and just have other guys that are able to make plays.
When Coach Tomlin was asked if he would get your vote, he of course said yes, being your head coach, and he said it's because you are from another planet. Is that a compliment?
I think so. That's a Tomlinism that I'll have to research and figure out exactly what that means, but I think it's a compliment.
Okay, last one. I know you guys have one more regular season game, but it was your rookie year when you guys were last in the playoffs. What did you learn from that experience, and how much different is it heading into the playoffs this year?
Yeah, I've grown so much from 4 years ago now, 3 years ago, whatever it was, and that point of the season I was just very worn down. That was my rookie year. You kind of hit that rookie wall, and you just kind of going through the motions at that point, even though you didn't want to kind of admit it to yourself. And this time around, I'm so hungry. I've been handling my recovery well. I've been continuing to eat well, practice well, train well, and I feel like I have a true second win. I'm very, very motivated to continue to play better. I still think I have great football left in front of me this season. So just overall, I feel very, very optimistic about the playoffs.
TJ, thanks as always for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.